Are you somebody that's feeling lost? Do you feel disconnected from your purpose? Does each and every day not have that fulfillment, that excitement that lights you up so that you're inspired by the life you live? If so, this is going to be the episode for you because we're going to talk about how to shift your mindset so not only do you feel good each day, but you find your positive purpose in life. My name is Henry, and welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. I'm so excited to have each and every one of you with me today because this is going to be a powerful episode where we truly find how to connect you with your purpose. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It can have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So I'm really excited about this message because this is like clarity. When you understand this, at least for me, when I understood this process, it refilled my purpose. It aligned me with what it is I want to become. You see, I think that there is a purpose for us here. Now, it's not about necessarily becoming something. It's not about making a certain amount of money. It's not about the house. It's not about any of those type of accomplishments. Those are things that you can do along the way. But the journey where you're trying to get to is a version of yourself internally, a version of your energy that is healed, a version of yourself that loves, a version of yourself that can forgive no matter what is going on externally. Because when you operate in that, when your frequency is someone that loves, forgives, heals, you are in your power. You will have internal peace. So how do we get there? Well, this is where it gets a little bit unique. You see, there's not one path to get there. We actually each have our own individual path that we have to take. But how we do that journey is the same. You see, it starts with the positive vision. Now, you may not have a positive vision right away. Some people are born knowing who they want to become. Other people, like myself, don't. When I was growing up, I had ideas of things I wanted to do. There was things like, becoming an actor or becoming rich. There was those things, but it wasn't really a purpose where it pulled me in to where I stuck with it every day. And you might be feeling that way right now. In fact, sometimes we have seasons. Sometimes you have a purpose, you have a vision, and that goes away. And then you need to find it again, whether it's the same one or a new one. So if you want to go on this path of fulfillment, if you want that positive mindset, it starts with a positive vision. Pick something 2, 3, 4, 5 years in the future. Just pick a time and create that perfect day. What are you doing? What does your house look like? What do your family look like? What do you look like? What is your job? How do you interact with people? Create that day. It's not a day going on a vacation. It's not a day winning the lottery. It's a normal day in your future, however many years you choose ahead. Once you have that day, you start spending time in it. And you see, this is your highest self. So this is you after the wins. This is you after failing and picking yourself back up. This is you after you've forgiven those that, whether they deserve it or not, you needed to forgive to let go of that energy. This is you that's healed and filled with love. It's your highest version. Again, it could be a year from now, it could be 10 years from now, whatever resonates with you. But as you start spending time in this version of you, you start realizing who you want to become. You start realizing what you want to do once you become that person. You might want to become a self-help person. You might want to just work in a business, have your own business, be an employee, be a mom, a dad, whatever it is. You see this version of you and who you want to become. It starts exciting you. It starts lighting you up because it starts becoming real the more time you spend in it. So once you've created this vision, and you've got a general idea of who you want to be, it will build over time, it will shift over time, but as you start building this vision, it starts becoming real. Then you start asking yourself, how does this version of me think? What does this version have as beliefs? They're I am statements. You know, some of my I am statements are I am love, I am a millionaire, I am healthy, and then with those I am statements, I have action statements behind them. I am love, and I live in love and light. So the highest version of me, when they're operating, when they have to deal with something, they can run that through their mind because that's a belief about themselves. They know that it's true. So someone cuts them off on the way to work, somebody does something, whatever it is, I can just say, I am love, and I live love and light. And that aligns my mindset with my higher self, so that way I see the world as that version of me. And then I can make a decision accordingly. And when you make the decision in alignment with the thought and the vision, you move yourself closer. You see, it's not just about thinking. It's not just about envisioning, like having that vision. You have to take action in alignment. But when all three are operating in alignment, it becomes your reality. But you see, this is the most powerful part of it all. When you have the vision, you have the mindset, and you have the action, as you spend time in it, each day, acting in alignment, thinking in alignment, and viewing in alignment, you stop worrying about when do I get there? When do I make this money? When do I become this person? Because you realize that you are that person now. The things that you want to attract will come. You no longer get your fulfillment from getting the thing. You get the fulfillment from becoming the version of you that you're meant to be. It doesn't mean you won't have sad days. It doesn't mean things won't hurt. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. It just means you have a centering ability now. You have the way to get yourself back into alignment with your higher self. So when the hard thing happens, you go through it and you grow even more. When the painful thing happens, you go through it and you grow anymore because you recognize the opportunity in the difficult thing is to be more of who I want to become. To be more of the loving version of me, to be more of the abundant version of me, to be more of the healthy version of me, whatever the alignment that you pick. When you start doing that, the energy is powerful because you're connected into Source. You see, Source will give you that vision. When you spend time in it, when you actually devote parts of your day to creating who you want to become, the universe will align with you and co-create. It will guide you. It may not happen the first time, the second time, the third time, or the fourth time, but it will. Spend time in your vision. As that starts becoming a reality, you'll know what resonates with you. There'll be things that you like initially, and then you move away from them because you built it from your current perspective. But as you spend time in your future perspective, it becomes real. You taste it, you smell it, you feel it. You get so excited when you act in alignment with that future version of you because you love that future version of you because it's you but healed. It's you but knows how to love. It's you but knows how to have joy. It's you but knows how to live abundantly. It's you but it knows how to forgive. That is a very powerful state. So create this vision with the universe. Align your mindset. Know how that version of you thinks. They're I am statements. I am powerful. I am love. I am joy. Whatever resonates with that version of you. This will take a little time. It's not going to be created instantly. but spend time, create it in your mind. Then daily act in alignment. Act as if you are that version. Things will start to change. The first thing that you'll start to notice as you do this for the first few weeks, maybe a couple months, it's no longer you have to go on a diet to lose the weight. You'll get joy out of the food that aligns with the future version of you, and the food that doesn't won't resonate with you anymore. You won't have desire for it anymore. And especially this, you won't miss it anymore. How amazing would that be? When all you have to do is act and think in alignment with your future self and you feel fulfilled. When the world tests you and you stay in alignment, that you feel fulfilled from that. You don't need anything external. You don't need the promotion. You don't need the money. You don't need anything to happen to feel good. That is power. At that moment, you've taken all your power back and you are one with yourself. Of course, expand abundantly. Enjoy life. Make money. Be healthy. Travel the world. Create businesses. Have nice cars. Have a big house. Do all of those things. But first, heal within. But first, know who you want to be. That way, when you have the ability to expand in all ways, you continually expand into the higher version of yourself. So let's create the vision. Let's build the mindset, follow through with the actions, and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on your current situation and how you can start manifesting the future version of you and make it a reality. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you updated with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok and Facebook group all down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you're listening to this podcast, if you've been listening to my show for a little while and you're ready to make a shift, you want to go through a program that will help you build this vision, that will help you align your mindset and then make sure your daily actions are in alignment with your higher self, this is what I do. I'm a mindset coach. I help people build this version of themselves within them. So whether you're an entrepreneur, you're just somebody in your job, or you're somebody that's just living life trying to figure out the next step, let's connect. I have 3 different programs. I have the business one, which is the Zone of Genius program. I have my 101 program, and then the recently launched Freedom Fundamentals community. All of them are available. If you're interested, you can reach out to me on Instagram, which is probably the best way because then I can send you a personalized video communications that way. But if you don't have social media, there's a link down below where you can fill that out and I will reach out to you directly. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day and I can't wait to talk to you next time.